Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Test Chamber. I am Dan Tack, and I am joined today by Andy Mack.
Hello, all.
And we are looking at World of Warcraft Legion, sort of the introduction to the new expansion. So Vol'jin has a task for us, the War Chief, and we're going to go see what he wants us to do. So this is sort of like at level 100. You're going to be doing this before you get into the expansion content on the 30th. But you can do it now and get it out of the way.
It actually gives you an item in your inventory right away to take you straight to where you need to go.
Wow, that's super cool. We're going to use that.
So that will take you straight to Orgrimmar to begin the event.
Yes. There's a lot of stuff in this event, so if you're trying to avoid spoilers, you might want to skip this, but you're going to find that stuff out when you play the expansion anyway, so...
Yeah, I just played this morning, and it's like... Yeah, I mean, a good, like, you want to play some Warcraft? Yeah, you want to play some Warcraft.
I agree.
It's a good get you hyped to play more, and in particular, check out the new class, Demon Hunters.
Yes,
and I mean, this definitely I always like to say in that kind of one of my favorite scenes that I think really sets things up great is like that's the bad guy. You know, is Darth Vader when he walks in and chokes somebody. He's like, yes. Where's my plans? You know, and I think this does a great job of setting up who are the bad guys and what you're up against.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, with no spoilers, the Burning Legion is coming back, you know, Burning Crusade, all those really nasty demons. And we're going to find out about that now. And it's super cool. One thing I really liked about playing through this the first time was that...
you have gone to the wrong person.
Yeah.
You have low-level quests on. It's right in front. It's out in front of Orgrimmar, like all the way out in front.
Good call. Yeah.
So we must greet the people who have come to help us with the invasion.
And there's like pots and pans out there and food you can get. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So out front. And don't go through the middle. Go over. Oh, jeez.
All right. I always go through the middle.
Do you?
I'm old school.
You are old school.
I remember when we couldn't fly out here.
Yeah, well, that was also a different Orgrimmar.
It was. All right. The Legion has returned. Oh, cool. Loots.
Yeah, I did this on my, my rating character, and so none of the items are above 700. So if you've rated, there's no real item reward in doing this. It's just fun. But for alts and things like that, there are definitely rewards.
If you do the Legion invasions as well that you can do after this, they give you up to eye level 725 weapons and a bunch of free eye level 700 armor, which is super handy.
Yeah, and also too, it has a pet in there for people that collect pets for pet battles. Yep. And also too, it has item sets, so you can add them to your just appearance
collection. Yeah, there's transmog sets more or less.
So, and they're like 200. So I mean, they're going to take some farming. Basically, shocker, Blizzard put in enough content where if you want to play WoW for the next 2 weeks before the expansion comes out officially, you can.
There's stuff for you to do.
But it's nice. This is a nice introduction, I think, too, because if you've not been paying attention to what's going on with WoW and with Legion, all of the classes have been redone essentially. So this is a good opportunity to figure out what the buttons are. I know for me, I have a lot of muscle memory on my characters, and I just automatically push buttons. So I have to figure out what new order, for as far as a DPS rotation and things like that, and where to put them on my keyboard. So I was fiddling with how to do that.
Oh. I was trying to use /dual again.
No, you gotta...
Way old school. Yeah. So, they've simplified a lot of the combat, not the combat, but, you have less moves now, basically, and that's because you're going to get a lot more stuff on your artifact weapon come Legion. So you're going to have more actives and passives on there. So it's like another talent tree. So
and also, too, I felt like they, focused it more, at least from, I play an enhancement shaman, or, shaman in general, which I love the fact that I can play kind of all three specializations this go, which in a much easier sense, which is kind of great, which makes things like paladins, druids, and shaman, in my opinion, to be pretty great characters to have and play. Druid obviously being one of the better ones, just because you can.
Druid, you can actually do everything.
You can do everything. But you got to talk to the guy at the deck,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
he just and so it's you got to learn the rotation. But I felt like the DPS rotation was more like kind of like debuff, area effect. This is the one you spam, and this is the one that gives you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, here's your resource generator.
You've got a builder.
Here's your resource blower. You know what I mean? Like how you destroy things. And so I was kind of enjoying it once I figured out the rotation some.
So this is sort of like a mini raid. I mean, it's a lot easier than a raid, but you're going to be grouped with a ton of people. And what's interesting is the opposing faction is also out here doing the scenario at the same time.
Oh, spoiler alert!
It goes into the story. Yeah. Well, we gave him the. We can talk about things since.
I know, but I like we could have surprised them when you get there.
All right. We won't say anything more about that.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
But yeah, it's a little mini raid, which is great because a lot of times in the past, if you remember older events, that where the entire server went to one zone
Yes.
and everything crashed and you couldn't loot. This is obviously a much more controlled environment to let you play and kind of actually enjoy the event. But Dan is correct. This is. It's got bosses in it, but I mean, it's designed for 40 idiots.
Right. You can actually just sit here and either not attack anything or spam your attack. You do whatever you want, but it's setting the table for the story is really all it does. And
I mean,
that's fine.
It'd be nice if you had a healer and a tank who actually tried to do things, but it's not necessary.
You just basically have 40 people looking at their pet collections while other people fight the demons.
Well, they also know people that are doing it for the second or third time are not going to participate.
Green light.
I mean, I always participate, but there's a ton of people that just have it running in the background.
Sometimes you just want to AFK, and get it done. So it goes in stages, like a scenario event. So we're just killing stuff on the beach right now. We'll help out because why not?
Yeah, this is the WoW D-Day type thing.
Yeah. And we'll talk about it more when it happens, but I was really impressed with their willingness to do things to the story in this.
Yeah, I mean, this is
it. This is Doomsday. Like, Azeroth is, Cataclysm broke up the world or whatever, but this is actually, like, the Legion is coming for real to kill everything.
Yeah, they're mad. They're mad. A certain... does everyone know who the guy is? I mean, we're going to know here soon.
Well, they will.
Yeah,
they will soon.
They're going to know real soon. But, and it's not entirely a shocker, but...
No.
Let's put it this way. It's someone you've been trying and wanting to kill for a very long time. And I am hopeful that in the raids this time...
He finally dies for real.
That we finally get to kill him.
Yes. I think we will. I think there's a good chance we will.
Yeah, because this game seems to be setting up, actual story changers.
Yes, which I'm excited about that. I want that to happen. There needs to be some movement in the story rather than just moving from expansion to expansion with 10 more levels and new skills. Like, let's get the story moving. And if this is any indicator here in this little slice of life, we're going to see some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful. I mean, this content should have happened like 9 months ago.
I agree.
But I am excited that it is here now.
You're not wrong about that.
And that it is that it looks good.
I remember this guy.
Yeah, I remember these old fights. They were fun.
Let's we gotta get some cubes and twirl them so we get. God.
I stared at this guy's butt and his feet an awful lot, trying to beat him in a raid. Well, it wasn't the Fel Commander, but
it's the same. It's the
same model, the same idea.
This guy was in Hyjal, right?
Was it Hyjal?
Mount Hyjal?
It might have been. It was.
I don't know.
I was at the end of when we ran out of content in the last expansion. I did start doing the
legacy.
How many things can I solo?
Yes.
Which is pretty enjoyable actually when you think about how bad you used to die to some things, and just farming old armor sets, old mounts, things like that. And so I went back through a lot of them, and it's true. I would remember them when I got there, but you were like, "Oh yeah, totally forgot this was
this
here."
Guy.
Oh, totally forgot this was here.
Even though I wiped on him for like weeks.
I think it's kind of like one of those. You've been to war, you want to forget the atrocities kind of thing.
Yeah.
Until like something trigger warns, goes off, and then you're like, "Oh my god, that's right."
Yeah, that's one thing. If you're getting back into the game now, which I know a lot of people are for the expansion, that's one thing you can do in the weeks leading up is go tackle and see the old content if you haven't done it. Like, just go into the raids solo. It's really satisfying to actually just blow through them.
Yeah.
Like one-shot raid bosses with your skills.
I mean, you can't do the current raids that way, but I mean, there is still the public raids.
You can always do
raiding. That's
looking
super
for
easy.
raid.
Yeah.
You can snooze your way through that if you want. No, are we killing stuff? I thought we were...
No, you got to wait for everyone to get here. It kind of has a catch up.
What? That's no invasion. That's an army.
Yeah, I never knew the Legion had spaceships.
I mean,
it's cool.
hey, you know, demon technology always getting better.
It has advanced over the years.
Yeah.
They're alive. Let's move.
I'm totally gonna get hit by with these rocks on this.
Just don't die.
All right. It's like a mini raid
Oh,
itself.
half health.
Oh man, I got hit.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm all right.
You made it.
I did. I'm so good at this game.
Pain bringer. Yeah. Maybe,
Wow.
Maybe,
He really
brings the
didn't last
pain,
long.
yes.
So outside of this scenario, there's also demon invasions. I don't know if we're gonna get to them today, but they're gonna scale up as we get closer to the expansion, where you just get a bunch of free loot for killing demons, more or less. So that's another thing you can do.
Yeah, I didn't notice until after I was done this morning that I had a bunch of like Legion caches, treasure chests in my inventory. I have no idea what I got them from, but they had items in them and the new currency for buying items for the invasion.
Yeah, and the new sets you can get from the invasions are actually look really cool. I got the Death Knight plate. It's pretty spiffy.
Break the crystals.
I have a hard time with my Death Knight. I like buy that starter armor and I put that starter armor on everything because I think it's the best.
It is pretty amazing.
And I'm always like, oh, I should switch. And then I'm like, or not.
It just looks really cool.
Yeah,
that's one thing you can say about Death Knights is they look awesome.
They look
Like-
great.
This invasion is unlike any I have ever witnessed. I don't think we've seen the last of their surprises. These structures rose from the ground.
So now it's just kill demons until we fill that bar up to 100%, and then we get to find out what's going on with this invasion.
Yeah, then it starts.
Then things get pretty
real weird real fast.
Things get real. Interestingly enough, you get to see it from a different perspective if you're Alliance and Horde. So there's two different cinematics.
Yeah, I did some fist pumping this morning when I was doing this. There's,
It goes there.
I got very Horde patriotic.
Yes. Yeah.
I did some for the Horde.
There is a scene that we will see that is
Yeah.
like, it's very cool. I don't think I've been this like hyped to actually like get out and interact with the story for, God, it's been
a while.
quite a few expansions. Like I never felt that way at Cataclysm or Draenor or anything like that. Like they were cool and all, but
it was like, go here, kill that. Okay.
it's like, hey, here's Duratar.
Yeah.
He's gonna talk to you. Okay. It's cool. Okay, the expansion's over.
The only time I pay attention to the story is when Thrall's there. To tell you the truth.
And he had a good moment in the last. I guess his fight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of.
Yeah. I'm still a big fan of his, the one-time war chief.
Yeah, we need him back. Except I don't know. Maybe there's a new war chief in town. We'll see.
Oh.
It's gonna be cool. Wade's gonna freak out, I'm sure. We got Wade in the booth over there. He's a WoW fan.
Why would I freak out?
Well, you're gonna you'll
Because we're
see.
spoiling everything for you right
Well,
now.
also I'm Alliance, so it might be different.
Oh, God. Why do
It's
we even
like-
talk to you?
Well, he's gonna be really upset then.
No spoilers until we see it, I
Right?
guess.
Yeah. Alliance is just so bad, Wade. It's just I can't abide.
It's like Alliance is the light, and
The
and
light.
Horde is like the
Leave
dark
this
side.
guy. Oh gosh.
Go save some Zeldas.
Yeah. So we're a little bit over half done. These are the same kind of demons you'll see out in the overworld. And as we ramp up to the expansion, they're going to be all over the world, like just in your face constantly. Which is kind of going to suck if you're low level. So
Yeah, but I did like it. Like even the invasion I did this morning, they're going all over Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms.
Yes.
So you get to kind of go back to some zones that, I mean, truthfully, you haven't been to in a long while.
like Westfall.
Yeah.
Last time I was there 10 years ago. You know.
So that was kind of fun. You're like, oh yeah, look at this place. you know, and of course then they were changed some in Cataclysm.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Like they changed the barons around. It's oh boy. Okay, stuff's gonna start happening.
they're retreating though, or are they?
You know, WoW story's always been really cliche, but as long as it was done right, I'm okay with it.
I know this is my favorite line actually of the whole thing here coming up.
All the horde, get to Thrall!
So yeah, they're like, everyone go to Thrall, and then someone walks up and says, "What are we gonna do?" And Thrall is right there. I don't know. What are we gonna do?
Let's find out.
Going to get across this thing?
Oh, any ideas how we're gonna get across? Anyone?
Thrall's right there. I got Thrall does stuff with elements.
I mean, it's just like Thrall's gonna be a badass, maybe.
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
And I'm glad that after all these years, he's still a badass.
Yeah, he's still a badass. And this is where things start
Yes.
to get real.
And they get real, and they get real fast, and there's going to be a cinematic. It's going to be super
And it's
cool.
funny because when I did this, I was sitting here and I was like, just sitting there watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I looked over and I went, wait a second. How did my team get over there?
Hey,
And
look at that.
That's not my
Who's
team.
over there? It's the Alliance.
The Alliance.
So they're on the other edge of this thing, which is pretty cool. This is actually a really cool concept for an actual raid. I hope they do this sometime.
I know. I kind of think at the end of the game, if you had to like have two different raid
Right.
groups
I think
play
that
at the
would be-
same time between Alliance and Horde to beat the same thing, that would be insane.
I think that would be awesome. And in case you haven't figured it out, that's what we're going to do here. But it's a really smart, like, we're not going to lose. You can't lose it, really. But
Yeah.
this would be a super cool thing if they actually made an instance where you did something like this, where you...
I mean, it's basically going back to an 80-man raid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would
more
be
or less.
insane.
Uh-oh, who's that?
Gul'dan.
This guy.
Who knew?
For the temple of a god.
He's a bad guy, in case you don't know the lore.
How fortunate that your friends have arrived just in time to watch you.
So that's High Lord Tyrion Fordring. He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. On the Alliance side, if you play such silly things.
Destroy him.
Oh, wow. You know, I get the sense that Blizzard really hates Alliance, too. Like,
Yeah.
their guys, their people always go
Yeah.
out in the worst ways.
I slash cheered on this side.
Just to see
I'm gonna lace you up, sweet cheeks.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I got all kinds of toys.
Yeah. Toys are good.
They're fun. Not the train set, though. We'll never talk about the train
Yeah,
set.
the train set is the worst.
That was the worst thing they ever did.
And there was always someone in every raid who had to drop it right before every fight.
Oh, that was...
And then Vent would be, who did it? Who did it?
Yep. And then they actually made an item to break the train
Yeah.
set. It was so horrible.
I had that on standby.
Yeah. So he moves across this lake here, so like the Alliance can get
Yeah,
him. and
you
can
get
him.
ads while he's over there,
Yep.
and,
Oh boy, it's,
which you're doing a great job of really encountering those.
yeah. I'm taking out the ads. You know me.
Yeah,
If this was a real raid, I'd kill the ads. but, you know.
exactly. You are like every person I played with in a raid ever.
We're just trying to get rid of him so we can trigger this really cool couple of cutscenes that tell us what the future of going into this expansion. Yeah, Chaos Bolts are
Boy,
fun.
that is quite the rotation you have
It's
there.
really hard, man.
Incinerate.
Hey, there's immolates in
Oh,
there.
you threw in an immolate.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And again, your rotations will get more complex as you get new abilities with your artifact weapon, which you'll pick up very quick into the expansion.
I think you're just making excuses.
I could be, but I'm not. Like, if you think this rotation's easy, you should see the Frost DK. It's actually just 3 moves.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Okay, maybe 4 if you get hurt.
You've got another shot at the kill, Sylvanas.
Oh yeah, Sylvanas, she's in this game.
So guys, just to be clear, Tyrion, he didn't make it.
Tyrion's already dead, but
He's
that's
dead.
certainly not the worst. What's happened?
He's at the bottom of the lake right now.
Yeah, Tyrion's gone, man.
That
But it's just starting.
that
Yeah.
does suck, but to me, High Lord Boulevard was my favorite guy.
Okay.
He bit it a few expansions ago.
Yeah, yes he did. Wrath of the Lich King, right?
Yeah.
All right. Big man's almost down. I'm
Yeah.
standing in it. I love it. Doesn't even hurt.
Wow. You know, they have a mod that will tell you when you're standing
They
in junk
do.
and make an alarm, just so you know.
It's a good mod to get. It's called Deadly Boss Mods. In fact, I think you can just get mod packs now that have everything. I gotta go pick one up for this PC down
Well,
here.
I mean, you can just. There's actually one that just is. You stand in fire, I think is what it's called, and it just is literally like woot 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 until you get out of the fire.
Good luck, Varian.
And the funny thing is, there's still someone in every raid who will stand and die in the fire.
But those people, you know, they don't come back to the raids often, so
Yeah,
they get yelled at a lot.
I feel like they do come back to the raids.
He was just trying to do maximum DPS, man. He couldn't move.
Uh huh.
The struggle
My
is real.
rotation.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I know.
I had to cast a spell. It was a really long cast. It was finishing.
I mean, those people sit out of every raid until someone leaves the guild, and then you're short, and
Yep.
you need everyone in, and then there they are.
There is nowhere to
It does happen every time.
witness the true might of Lord Sargeras.
That's a lot of demons.
It's a lot of demons.
On the ridge
Don't worry, they're just gonna kill Alliance.
Yeah, who cares? They're doing us a favor.
Yeah, Alliance will dispatch them with ease.
Oh, really? Well, we'll see.
Would you like to make any bets on that?
Let's see what happens.
Is it too late to bet on Tyrion?
Oh, Tyrion's out of the. He's done.
never fall to you, Gul'dan. The combined forces
I don't know,
of
people keep
Azeroth
coming back in this
triumph
game.
today.
Yeah, there is that.
That is a problem.
Yeah,
And-
I will
and
agree.
If they bring people back, I will be very upset.
Or we'll just travel in time.
Oh God! I'm
Right.
so glad we're done with that arc. Okay, let's just pretend that never happened. It's like, yeah, we can just make it whatever we want now because time travel dimensions. Boom. Okay.
Don't you have some kind of AE spell
Yeah.
you could be using against the giant group of guys?
Yeah,
Mage.
Andy, this isn't a
I'm just-
progression raid here.
I'm here to judge.
That's fair.
I mean, you're the one that gets to play.
That's true.
The only game I get to play is the one where I complain about how you play.
That's fair. That's completely fair. All right, well, AoE stuff. Even though I don't think we can win this, but that's a lot of guys.
Hold the ridge.
We're holding it.
Hold it.
There are a lot of freaking demons.
There are a lot of demons.
This was like every raid back in the day.
This was the trash.
Lots of
on the way.
lots of rocks and fire guys.
I mean, Burning Crusade was my favorite
Yes.
expansion, and if this is,
I will echo that. Burning Crusade, I think, is almost objectively the best expansion. Some people will say Wrath was, but
I mean, if they get close at all to the Burning Crusade, I will
it will be an
love
enormous
Legion.
success.
Yeah, I will be all about this expansion.
I don't think we're alone in that either. I think that's the sentiment from most of the community is that those either Burning Crusade or Wrath was the best one.
Yeah, Wrath was a lot of fun. Oh, here we go.
Yes.
They're coming from behind! Cover the flame!
War Chief!
Do not let the Horde die this day. Without the Horde, we'll be overrun! We must retreat!
Get everyone to the gunship.
Everyone, fall back! Incoming! Hard to port!
Take this to my son.
You will be remembered as the king who sacrificed his life for nothing. For the Alliance.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And we're not done. But that is, that's a good way to set up an expansion.
Yeah, you really don't like Gul'dan.
Gul'dan's not a
You
nice
really
guy.
want to kill Gul'dan.
Wee. All right.
Blood and
So we're back. And they set us up with some, pretty decent loot.
Yeah, I think it seems like everyone gets a weapon.
A 685, but you're getting 700 through the event, so...
Yeah, there's a thing you can buy that much like the jungle was, that you can upgrade stuff.
Right. So you can get they start at 700, but you can upgrade them to 725, which is not quite like Mythic Raid tier, but it'll be more than enough to get started in the expansion.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that isn't like an upgrade for me. It's minor, but it's an upgrade. I did Mythic. I just did not do Mythic. It was just too many chances for people to screw up.
It is. It's pretty demanding. Oh, it looks like Vol'jin got really hurt.
There's no voice here, so it's just
Yeah.
it's one of those.
That would be
moments.
great if they voiced him to say Danrox.
That would be pretty advanced. To have to say every name.
The Alliance lost its king on the broken shore. Its people cry out for vengeance.
But man, when the king said for the Alliance, I was like,
Oh, they
I know.
they had to give him something.
That was good. Yeah, it was good. Predictable, but very good.
Yes, that's what I say. Blizzard is good at that. They are good at predictable, but they can nail it.
Yeah.
They're okay at doing that.
The Banshee Queen is here.
I think people like her. She's a character.
Windrunner, come forward.
War Chief.
The lower spirits say death will claim me soon.
In the end, death claims us all. But the Horde will live on.
I have never trusted you. Nor would I have ever imagined in our darkest time that you would be the one to save us. The spirits have granted me clarity, a vision. They whisper a name. Many will not understand, but you must step out of the shadows and lead. You must be War Chief.
Vol'jin is dead. Who among you will help me avenge him?
So that's pretty much the setup, and but yeah, you can go to these Legion invasions to get loot. It's pretty cool, and more of them will come up in the weeks to come. In fact, we'll get to do more of the starting quests as we get closer to Legion. But so this is the setup. Thanks for joining us on Test Chamber.
Yep, thanks.